Hello Trail Dogs, it's no one's favourite YouTube channel again. As the thumbnail suggests, it is time to go back to the bike park. It's been a long winter, actually it's not been that long, it's been 4 months away. We are champing at the bit to get back, so hey, let's get back there. My name is Gary, welcome to One by Bikes. This is opening weekend. Weather's a bit, it's not too bad. It's not cold, although this is a bit muddy and I don't like muddy. That's a really, really cool bike.
Thank you, man.
Got an Atherton. Right, catch Gab. Yeah, it's a bit muddy, not too bad. Alright Gab, I want to see you send them all. Yeah, Gab. Get them both, Gab, get them both. Yeah. Woohoo! You lose your balance. You did really well there, Gab, first time down. So, considering it's the end of March at this point and we've been in through a long wet winter, conditions on the trail were pretty damn good, which is more than could be said than the condition of this person. The amount of heavy breathing going on there is incredible. Oh, and by the way, if you think you recognize the heavy breathing from the phone calls, you don't. It's not me, it never was, and I've got the court order to prove it. Ooh, help. Anyway, let's see how everyone else got on, shall we? So what are we now? This is the 30th of March, I think. clocks went forward last night. It's a Sunday, so we've got an hour less in bed, but we do a little trick. We put our clocks forward on the Saturday at lunchtime. Right, I'm gonna have to try and keep up with Miles. All of a sudden he was just gone. So, a bit rusty and a bit wobbly through some of the corners there. The berms, pretty rough after the battering they've had during the winter. Not all of them have been refreshed. Some of them have, those ones haven't. And again, Mr. Lungs ruining everything with some really heavy breathing. I think I remember being ill with some kind of respiratory thing before that. So everything, if I remember correctly, was a bit of a hassle. Everything took extra effort and everything seemed to go through the lungs, which you can obviously hear. An inauspicious start.
I accidentally geared up.
Yeah. All right. Quick stop to change the batteries. So basically, I think these batteries are dying. Jesus, she's on a march. Filmed 2 runs, about 10 minutes, and the battery's dead. Ooh, big stone there. Yes, Oph. They're pedaling into stuff. Good girl. Alright, normally I'll jump that, but I don't fancy landing into the mess that comes after it. this one. Right, so try get them both, yeah? Try get them both. Yep, no chance, I'm right on your arse. Yeah, good girl, Gab. Tearing it up, so.
Go for it.
All right.
My brakes are twittery. Trying to remember how this goes. It's been a long time since I was on it. Trying to remember how it goes, and I'm not as fast around those little zippy bits as you are.
Oh, you're northern, I'm not as fast.
Not as fast.
really good fun.
I've forgotten how tight those little lumpy rolly things.
And the Academy Award for stating the absolutely obvious goes to, well, me. Yes, Gary, mountain biking is fun. I think that what I meant to say was that particular trail is amazing fun, and the faster you go down it, the more fun it becomes. It's one of those where to begin with, if I'm honest, I didn't really understand it. I thought, what's the point in this? There are a few places where you can get your wheels up into the air. Now that's what I like doing. That's what I like doing most. I like turns, I like jumps, I like drops. That particular trail, lots and lots of turns. You really have to have your A game with you to do it fast. You can ride it slowly if you want to ride it slowly, and even then it's good fun. But the faster you ride that trail, the more fun it becomes. Particularly when you factor in bravery. Yes, indeed, there are portions on that trail that you can double. However, you've got to have your wits about you. There's a section of, I think it's 4, what I take as rollers. I've heard of people doubling them. So double the first and then quick in and double the second. You've got to be awake. You've got to have your wits about you for that. And there are a couple of other opportunities for doubles in there as well. But I think we'll get to that in another video. But that trail there is one of my absolute favorites for a warm-up because it is a whole body workout. Now, when it comes to working out, remember we're just coming out of winter. Getting yourself into physical condition is one thing before you hit the trails, but making sure your bike is in good condition is also a very, very important thing. Before you go out on your first proper bike park lap, you should have done all of the necessary checks. And I'm not talking about gears. Those gears, you change gear, you're in a gear, that's fine. Talking about things, if you have a full suspension mountain bike, make sure all of your linkages work. Make sure your brakes work. This is very important. Also, when was the last time you checked the pressure in your forks and your shock? Because we found out, to our great surprise, that the pressure in our forks and our shocks had gone down over the winter. Craziness, eh? Air seeping out, who would have thought it? So, before you go out for a big ride, before you start hitting bigger stuff, check your pressures. Hopefully, you've written down what your pressure should be, but you can also do things like hop on the scale, make sure you're the same weight. I can tell you for one, I was definitely not the same weight. As I've said, we had a bit of a wet winter, which meant that outdoor training opportunities, how should we say it, they were limited, and training indoor is not as fun as it would seem. Yes, it's warm. Yes, you can watch videos. No, it's not as fun as getting out and doing it in the real world. So, over the winter, a few kilos went on, or a few pounds, whichever unit of measurement you care to use. Things went up and out. So, check your weight, check your bike, take it easy first laps. But remember, we do this for fun and do have fun. Well, that's about it for this time. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed, wait a minute, why am I doing this at the end of the film? You've all already switched off by now. But if you haven't switched off and you haven't subscribed, please do so. It would make us very happy. If you've liked it, give us a like. It takes but a second, not even a second. Put your thing down there click on the like button, and thank you very much for doing so. If you feel brave enough to leave a comment, then leave a comment, even if it's just to say, Gary, you're wheezy, sort it out. I know I'm wheezy, I can't do much about it. I am getting better. Still have a bit of a cough, and this is weeks later. But as you get older, these little niggles don't just go away overnight. I'm really sorry. Anyway, that's the end of it. There will be more coming up in the future. We have some fantastic stuff. Some builds, shall we say. 2 builds in particular. One I'm kind of proud of. The second I'm really proud of. The second is fantastic. I think you're going to like it. I certainly derived a lot of pleasure out of the build, and I am now deriving a huge amount of pleasure out of using the thing that I built. Anyway, that's it for now. One more thing to do, and that is to say, just in case you forgot, and I'm sure you have because it's been a while since our last video, one buy is one more better, is it not?